Hello everybody. As you all know, Make a New Track is going to be coming soon on Global, which is about a month from now. But which cards are going to be the best for that scenario and which cards are going to be the best in the long term? Today, I will be aiming to help solve that issue between the three best quote unquote banners that are going to come out in that period, being the Makiani Fukutaru Speed, the Narita Top Road SSR Speed, alongside the other SR cards that has been released alongside of her, and also talk about Fine Motion. Firstly, let's talk about Makiani Fukitaru. Her stats are going to be very nice because she has a decent amount of friendship bonus, she has a very high amounts of mood effect, which means that at great mood you have about 19% training effectiveness. She also comes in with all stats up plus 30, so that means you are going to win the early races much more comfortably because of your stats being higher. And of course, she has 10% race bonus, so this card is going to be very good in Make a New Track. However, this card does not have any specialty priority, which makes her a roamer. Thankfully though, she has 19%-ish training effectiveness, so if she lands on another training, it wouldn't really be that bad. Next up, her chain event. Her chain event is completely random, because it can end at the first step, or you get extremely lucky and get very high amounts of stats and also skill points. This card is completely gambly, because you can get up to 21 to all stats and also get 77 skill points, which makes you very powerful. And its gold skill is going to be Super Lucky 7. Super Lucky 7 is not a good skill, so you're mostly using this card for stat stake. That's pretty much it. So the other card that comes alongside of the Makiani Fukitaru Speed card is going to be the Power Admirer Vega card. This card has decent training values too. She has 20% training effectiveness, she has 30% friendship bonus, she also has 10% race bonus over here. So this card already has a very decent amount of power growth, not as strong as the other power growth cards since they have a very high amounts of friendship bonus, like the Vodka card being at 48.5% at max limit break, but this card is going to be good too for power. This card chain events also give you decent amount of stats overall, and you can also get Flustered Pace Chaser, which is something nice for debuffers. Its gold skill, Daring Strike, is an extremely powerful gold skill for enclosers. It is essentially the gold ship version of her unique on a gold skill. It's really powerful. What makes gold ship very powerful is her unique, and this skill is essentially the same thing, but it's in the mid game instead of the second half of the race. So yeah, powerful skill. It's a decent power card too, and that's pretty much it. If you are running an encloser, you might want to run this card. So overall evaluation, both cards are very good at max limit break. The Makiani Fukitaru Speed card helps you in early year races and also has 10% race bonus, alongside Admirer Vega too. However, both need to be at max limit break to get the 10% race bonus. 3 limit break is where you unlock the race bonus and you only get 5% race bonus. Overall, however, if you are going to pull on this banner, I would recommend you seeing what you get from the free pulls, because if you get extremely lucky, you could justify pulling on this banner. But I'm going to be going through other banners and then give you my thoughts on them. Next up is going to be the Narita Top Road SSR card, and this card has a very special mechanic where you get +1 training effectiveness every 10,000 fans that you get up to 200,000 fans. You already know this by now, a lot of people have been talking about this card. However, this card is going to be very powerful. Since it has both speed and power bonus, you also get very high amounts of friendship bonus. You can get up to 20% training effectiveness here too, which is of course very powerful. This card has 10% race bonus too, so overall this card is very powerful. And its chain events are actually going to give you a decent amount of stamina too. Over here you can get up to 37 stamina, and of course you can also get up to 37 speed, which is nice. And yeah, this card is going to be very powerful in making you track. Since you are racing a lot, you will immediately do this by probably second year summer. Overall, very powerful card. The other card that also exists alongside of her is going to be this Admire Vega SR card. A lot of people like this card because it has 15% race bonus over here, and it also has good amounts of friendship bonus and also has a decent amount of mood effect. This card is going to be extremely powerful in the Guts builds archetype, where they utilize couple of Guts build for make a new track scenario, and you basically get very high amounts of speed, power, and guts. So yeah, very powerful. She also has the first chain event gives you plus 20 energy over here. So yeah, if this card very nice. The other card that I don't really see talked about that often is going to be the Sakura Bakushin card, because this card is like decent-ish too, because it has 10% race bonus, it has 70 specialty priority, and it has very high amounts of friendship bonus. The true key of this card, however, is from its chain event. The first chain event, if you get it early on in the career, you can get plus 30 speed or plus 30 skill points. However, plus 30 speed is going to be better. That's a very high amount of speed. And in the second chain event, you are guaranteed to get tail held high. So this card is going to be very nice if you want to fish for that tail held high and you just have like no other option. Overall, however, the banner itself is going to be extremely strong in making you track scenario. Admire Vega is having 15% race bonus, and Galt's build is very effective in making you track scenario. Narita Top Road herself is going to be strong because of her unique effect and also her strong training values in making you track scenario. Sakura Bakushin has good growth rates too, and also has the held high. So if you want to use this card too, it will be nice. However, this card, or like this entire banner, just falls apart right after you stub your toes into the Grand Life scenario. Narita Top Road is not really that great after making a new track, but let me just talk about the next thing, which is going to be why both are going to be skippable. Number one, better value cards are going to appear in similar time frames, such as the Nice Nature card, or going to be something like the Fine Motion Wet card. Both cards do not live for long after making you track, and the third issue is that all these cards need max limit break to even be good in making a track scenario. So now point number one, the better value is going to be something like this. Fine Motion will be better than Makiyani Fukutaru and also Narita Top Road very easily, because this card is going to be effective in making you track scenario, is going to be effective in Grand Life scenario, and it's still going to be effective in Grandmaster scenario. Then it will, like the next card that will come out, which is Romeo Wit, is when finally Fine Motion gets like a bit of competition, or like this card being better than Fine Motion. But Fine Motion is not a speed card. You are still going to bring about 2 or 3 wet cards in the next couple of scenarios. So fine motion is still going to be decently used. While this, for example, point 2, you probably will only use 2 speed cards. If you run Kita-san Black and Grand Life and also the Agia Stake on speed card, that's already your 2 speed cards over here. So that means that Makiyani Fukitaru and also Narita Top Road is not going to be very good for you. And if you are a front runner player, you can also just run the Summer Marzinski speed card, and there will be no way for you to run an extra card, because that's if you run these 3 speed cards because of the higher cap limit and your Uma is like 0% speed bonus, then you're not gonna run these 3 cards. You're probably gonna run these 3 cards instead. So yeah, these 2 cards will not live for that long after making you track scenario. Then lastly, I just want to show you a couple of decks where you can hit very good amount of stats even without using any of the speed cards. Like, I mean, the Nakayani Fukitaru speed card and also the Narita Top Road card. So over here, as an example, this Gold City. This is UG2. Yes, it's crazy to think about, but UG is probably going to be the standard for making you track scenario because of how big of like a power creep that we get in making you track scenario mechanics. So as you can see over here, this is one MLB SSR deck. All of these over here, this is a free card, this is a free card, this is MLB of an SR card, this is an LB4 of an SR card too. So yeah, so the one on the right too is actually going to be completely quote unquote free. You have this as a free to play card, this is a very old SR card which you probably have max limit break already on. This is a free card, this is Hayorara is a free card. So these 4 over here are free. Admire Vega, it could be situational because you might not be having her MLB. But this is just an example to show that yes, you can technically get very good stats overall, just not using like Makiyani Fukitaru speed card and also Narita Top Road. And yeah, that's pretty much it. What I think of overall is that Fine Motion banner is going to be better than Narita Top Road and also Makiyani Fukitaru speed card overall, just as my opinion. The reason is, of course, you're looking at the cards of value at least to be 1.5 scenarios. That's at least what I think it is. These 2 cards only have the life shelf of about 4 months, and you can just justify just borrowing these cards. It's not the end of the world. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you found this video to be helpful, consider joining the Discord server, link it in the comment section, and I hope to see you in the next one.